Whenever you guys want to get started.
Amir, there was a moment right before everyone stormed you where you looked like were alone at center court with your arms up. What were you thinking as people were kind of streaming toward you?
For me, it was just like a surreal moment, you know. Before the game, our strength coach, Michael Beasley, texted us and said the last time we knocked off 2 top 5 teams or top 6 teams consecutively in the same season at least was like the 1980s. So like for me, it was just like we did it, you know, we did it again, you know, just like when we beat Duke at home. It was just like a surreal moment. And just to see all the fans come in there and celebrate with us is something that I won't forget.
John, what's going through your mind as you hit that last dunk there? You had to get the breakaway, career high 23. What's this feel like for you?
I mean, it was just crazy for real. I want to thank Amir for seeing me. You know, that's pretty good. You know, so but I mean, we just played a great game. Honestly, we came out, I think we played a full 40. Like we always say, full 40. Played the whole game, and I think that's what we did today. We kind of had some slip-ups where we kind of let them get back into the game, but we did a really good job of refocusing ourselves and staying the course. We know teams can put together runs, but we just stayed focused the whole game, so shout out to my team.
John, that looked to be about as aggressive getting to the rim as you've been all year. What was going to be different about your approach tonight? Is that something you're trying to do as we come down the home stretch of the season?
Yeah, really, my teammates and stuff. And, you know, people that have known me, they just tell me to stay aggressive because sometimes I can be passive. But my team, my coaches, they believe in me. So they just kind of keep preaching to me to just stay aggressive. And so I appreciate them for that. But, you know, sometimes they believe in me more than I believe in myself. And that kind of just keeps me going. But I see what happens when I'm aggressive and it helps our whole team. So, you know, I'm going to keep doing that going forward.
Clyde, it seems like last 4 games, your defense since that Syracuse game has been playing unbelievably well. Do you think you've really just kind of taken it up a notch defensively as a team?
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's definitely an emphasis going into every game. So we try to focus on that end of the court. And, you know, Coach does a great job of preparing us, and we've been locked in on scouting reports and really in all the meetings. So we just translate that to the game, and it kind of take care of itself.
Amir, what's been the difference with you guys the last 2 games? Where you went up there and dominated Pitt and did the same here today?
Well, you know, as a team, you know, we had the motto all season long, like, you know, the past is the past. We just got to worry about right now, and that's what we did with Pitt. Even though we know we previously lost the last 3. And, you know, going into Pitt, we just want to focus about that game and take each game at a time. So going into today, it was just like the same thing. Like, Pitt happened. That's good for us. But at the same time, we want to keep moving and just focus on what's happening right now. And that just happened to be Louisville, and we just came in and took care of business.
How can you guys use this or these couple of games to prevent some of those 3-game losing streaks, those flat moments that you guys have had?
Well, we know right now we just got to finish the season on a strong note. And, you know, we can't let our past kind of affect our future. Like I just said, you know, we just got to keep worrying about the next game, you know. I think we got Boston College next, so we're going to probably take a few days to collect ourselves, reboot, and recharge, and, you know, just start getting ready to prepare for Boston College on the road and just keep the train rolling.
The physical nature of you guys' defense, did you feel like you disrupted them, like, really from the start?
Yeah, I feel like we came out, and like I said before, we played a full 40. I feel like we kind of like imposed our will from the start of the game. So I think our job was kind of to be physical. I knew going into the game I needed to be physical with Noor. So that's just, you know, I stayed focused on the game plan, and coaches had a good plan in place, so I just try to follow it as much as I can.
Amir, you picked up your 3rd foul with, I think, 1.5 minutes in the second half. What did Coach say to you, and how difficult was it to play the rest of the game, discipline, and not committing your 4th foul?
Honestly speaking, he didn't say anything to me. You know, I've been here going on my 3rd year now, you know, almost in the second half of my 3rd year. And we just have that connection now to where, like, we just got to give each other a look. And we both know if it was like a stupid foul, he just knows that, like, going back in that I won't do that. And it was just like an understanding that, like, we know you messed up, but, like, you can't let that affect you. Get back in the game and just keep playing and look forward to the next play.
Do you feel like you guys didn't have this week off now? That you can get right back up there again and keep this thing going?
It's definitely been a long like a couple of days. You know, I think we've been going for 14 days straight. So now, you know, going into the game, Coach Dean was telling us, like, we don't play until next Saturday, so into your tank. So, you know, it was a long stretch, but now that we got this break coming up, we just want to reboot right now.
Clyde, is there any talk or awareness that this team really needs to win most of the games here on out to make the postseason, or are you aware that it's on the line?
No, we haven't really talked about postseason or anything like that. Like Amir said, John said, we kind of have like a next game, next play mentality. So every game counts. We're trying to go into every game and win it, regardless of what happens in the future. We're trying to take care of the present.
Sean, it's probably the best crowd of the season today. How much were y'all able to feed off that energy today?
We feed off our crowd a lot. They lit for sure. So we appreciate them. You know, I think they're starting to, you know, pick when you get big wins. People obviously start to believe in you a little bit more, and so. Even though we kind of lost 3 games in a row, they kind of still stayed with us, and that kind of just shows like what kind of atmosphere we got down here at Clemson. Like it's just they're gonna ride with you. You know what I'm saying? You get big wins, and they're gonna ride with you. So you know we appreciate that. We feed off it a lot, and we also feed off each other a lot. So that's pretty good.
Amir, one final question. You made the play there in the first half where you went to the floor and you kept the ball. You called the timeout. Coach Brownell came out to pick you up off the floor. I'd never seen that before. What did that say to you?
It was actually a great moment because people probably don't know, but last game against Pitt, it was the same scenario. A ball got on the ground, and I got to the floor too late, and they got a dunk. And I remember the whole time out, he just ripped me for it. And he was like, just get on the floor. So all I was thinking, every time I saw the ball on the floor, I was like, get the ball so you don't get yelled at. So for him to come up there and just hug me and embrace me and encourage me to keep doing that was just an unbelievable feeling.
Amir, how do you explain the season where you've had the big wins like today and Duke, but also some losses where you were underdogs, and where you guys were favored, and what do you do have to stay more consistent down the stretch?
I think first off, it just shows, you know, like the consistency with our team, like just to keep hammering at the nail. You know, even though we had those losses that we probably shouldn't have, for us to keep coming out and preparing and, you know, just be ready to fight every game is just something special about our team that started back in Italy. But I think it's just important for us down the stretch, you know, the next few games to just keep playing each game at a time and not get too ahead of ourselves and just finishing on a strong note.
Any more questions?